Teaching laboratory science in Thailand government school is challenging for some reasons. First, Thailand government schools significantly have large number of students in the class. Based on the paper published by National Science Teachers Association, the class size in laboratory science is designed for at most 24 students. When class size is more than this, the risk is also greater in terms of safety and academic concerns. Another challenge is that Thai students have relatively low English proficiency. The teacher would usually give one shot of a lab demonstration in the class, and the students must carefully understand and remember the steps. The teacher requires time to explain some terminologies and concepts. Many laboratory experiences require a high degree of student-teacher interaction. Due to these challenges in laboratory science, finding an alternative way to solve the problem should be done. And this is when the InClass flip model enters action. The InClass flip model, which is a newly modified version of flipped classroom pioneered by Jennifer Gonzalez, has offered a promising solution to solve the pitfalls of flipped classroom by making the recorded video of lectures and lab demonstrations available to be watched in the classroom and not exclusively at home. This way, teachers can have control and assurance that the students are really watching the videos. Not only that, students' questions to the content of the video can now be answered by the teachers with more immediacy. So how exactly is the InClass flip done in the science lab room that has a larger class size? The answer is right in your hand. Social media platforms like YouTube, where we can upload our recorded videos for free, we should take advantage of it and allow the students to use their personal devices, phones or iPads. It is an argument of whether you allow your students to use these devices or not. But why not? So what I did, I simply created a channel and made videos. It doesn't have to be that fancy, as long as the instruction is clear and easy to understand. Some of the videos that I use are borrowed from other content creators. It is an extra work at first as teachers, creating video contents, but once they're all set, the plane takes off, and all you have to do is autopilot. I mean, facilitate, of course. You don't have to demonstrate again and again during class hours, since your lectures or lab demonstrations are all recorded. The rest of the time you have is spent preparing lab materials, making sure each group is following safety rules, and providing additional information if needed. The InClass flip demonstrates the following theoretical framework, such as student-centered learning, technological integration, and differentiation instruction. Student-centered learning. While students are watching the videos, simultaneously they are interacting and conducting the hands-on lab activities. Technological integration. Obviously, the use of computers, gadgets, and internet in the learning environment. Differentiation instruction. Using the model of InClass flip in the lab, it is now possible for students to engage more and master the content. And those students that have low comprehension, probably due to lack of English vocabularies, they can have enough time to note down by watching again and again the recorded lab video demonstrations on or before the lab activity. They can search in Google and understand some terminologies. The teacher as well can also spend more time helping individual students understand the process of the investigation during the lab hour, since the teacher does not have to give actual lab demonstration.
The pre-recorded videos, they really help us in understanding and further perfecting the experiments that we are working on. Since if we were to have a teacher that would tell us everything to do step by step, they would have to teach a whole class, and there's no confirmation that the whole class would listen to, and there would be many retries and replays, but it's just going to be a hassle for everybody. That's why we can work in our own separate groups, separate teams, to understand everything and go at our own pace. And
I think it's very innovative. It's very nice to teach Thai students this way, because from experience, as someone who teaches my friends and other kids that often, teaching by example is a miserable way to try to teach Thai students, because the variety is just way too much in a 35 person class. You have kids who are really bright and they move super fast, and then you have kids who can barely keep up with the teacher's basic instructions. So having this type of video learning where students can just go at their own pace and not have to rely on everyone.
This instructional model is promising, especially for Thailand government school, if applied carefully. Though this instructional model is not fixed and can be altered based on the subject and the level of students, it follows certain indicators. According to Flipped Learning Network, there are 4 pillars of flipped learning: flexible environment, learning culture, intentional content, and professional educator.
In conclusion, Flipped Classroom, or the altered InClass Flip that I'm using, is an instructional model that can be used not only in the school that I'm working, but it can also be applied by other professional educators in the respective schools, especially government schools in Thailand, or in other places that has large class size.
Flipped learning can also be used in other subjects of different levels. Try using it. It is not only effective in increasing the level of students' achievements, but it will also give you job satisfaction.